This week, I didn't take any trades. It's not because there wasn't any setups. I just kind of slept through Tuesday's setup. I'll show you what I missed and then what I'm looking for this week. If we go into my Apex, we'll see that no change over this week. We're still over $327 above the balance. Nothing's changed. It's boring on paper, but that's discipline. There's times where I could have traded, but I missed the one move that I liked and I wasn't going to chase it. So what I was looking for is, if I go to my intraday charts here, we see the start of the week is around here. We have this 4-hour balance price range converging with, go to my 1-hour chart, this 1-hour BISI here. I was looking for low of day and then just expecting a draw above the all-time highs. I didn't have anything over that. This is all in my weekly analysis, which I'll put on screen now. But basically what I was looking at was something like this. I'll show you why I was expecting this move and how to utilize higher time frame and lower time frame charts to create a very logical area of rejection. We'll go from the weekly down to the 1 hour. So using the information that I had before my PD rate section, that's one of the leader sections. I kind of gauge where sentiment is. Looking at the new week opening gap and then the previous week high. If I go into my daily chart here, where you see the week starts here, I have this constant encroachment of this wick noted. So during my analysis, if I go to like the replay button, this is the information that I had. And I was like, okay, I want to see if maybe we're going to retest something inside of here that would converge a little bit better. So I also noted this level here. UC price didn't actually hit it. We go to the 4-hour chart. I was kind of looking at this as not really depicting anything other than like this gap, but it's below the gap. So that's kind of why I didn't use it. The 4-hour chart shows this balance price range here from this BISI to SIBI. That's why I noted here, we kind of wicked into it. So looking for like an IO fed into here would be the low of day. If I go into the 1-hour chart, this kind of solidifies my expectation. You can see how this order block, the retest, this order block, it's a propulsion block, is kind of in between the daily constant encroachment of that wick. So utilizing this 1-hour BISI, converging with this 4-hour balance price range, converging with this daily consequent encroachment. And also there's a consequent encroachment here for this wick, just in case it doesn't want to wick into that 4-hour IO fed. I'll note that really quick. If it didn't want to retest this, I just had this constant encroachment noted. And you can see how the bodies respect that beautifully as we retest inside of this 1-hour BISI, multiple wicks into that area until we expand aggressively higher on Tuesday around that 8 a.m. session open. This week, I kind of struggled with balancing a full-time job with trading. There's a lot of new stuff going on at work. It's very busy. That's not really an excuse because I'm kind of getting the same hours. My sleep schedule is buns right now. It kind of feels like the clown that's like spinning the plates. That's kind of how I feel about responsibilities that I have. So I really need to get my schedule dialed in so that I can be in front of these charts at the appropriate times and have some disciplined trading. So that's my goal for next week, is to actually be in front of the charts and map this stuff out. Having Thursday, Friday off isn't great. I don't really want to trade those days. I'd rather trade Tuesday, Wednesday, but I can make something work. The worst thing I could have done was just trade out of frustration of what's going on at work or missing the move here and then try and catch a move Wednesday. You can see Wednesday just contracted. So I probably could have tried to enter here, get stopped out there. There's no point in doing that. That kind of leads into my weekly expectation. You might have noticed the little arrows when I was showing you my daily expectation. Is if I go back to this chart here and I go into my intraday, I'm looking for that drawback lower. We can see on the daily chart that we have these new week opening gaps converge. So this one here, and then also this one here. So I'm just utilizing that converging range here. And then it also happens to converge with a 4-hour Vivi inside of there. So that's a new day opening gap here, converging with multiple new week opening gaps. So it creates this beautiful black hole type liquidity void. So that's what I'm aiming for retracement. I'm not saying that the high is going to be here. I'm still hesitant to pick a high. Overall, seasonally, I do expect a high to form soon and for a bearish retracement to occur quarterly. So my eye is kind of on this retracement. I want to see how we react inside of this range. If we want to continue higher, if we want to move aggressively lower, contract. But for now, drawn liquidity is kind of this low here is kind of what I'm watching. I'm going to see how Monday trades and then try to get a trade on Tuesday. Whether that trade is a turtle soup that we get above this high and then draw back into this gap remains to be seen. We're contracting at all-time highs. There isn't really a crazy view on sentiment, very bullish or very bearish. Overall, I think the lesson of this video is that markets are going to move. You're not going to be able to be in front of every single trade. You sleep 8 hours. So it's pretty likely you miss something. As traders, we are data collectors. One data point doesn't define you, the entire sample does. Missing a move means nothing in the grand scheme of things. The market's just going to keep trading. You go crazy over every missed move, you don't have the discipline to sit through it, then you're going to make mistakes. Don't let FOMO take over your thinking. If you ever slept through a move, you can drop that in the comments. I know earlier in my trading career, I wouldn't sleep so that I wouldn't miss moves, and then I would lose on those moves. So I'm sure it's a very relatable thing. Miss a move and then feel like a bunch of regret, but you can't be doing that in trading. So I hope you enjoyed this little review, and I'll see you next week.